Hello, viewers. Welcome to this episode of the Samey Podcast. Here's what's on my mind this week. First, I want to do a recap of my Florida trip. For my spring break, I took a trip down to Florida to spend time with MJ, and I had a good time. My flights no I had no flight delays and to from back and forth and I got to got some new restaurant experience, got to try some new restaurants and new experiences like disc golf and a new bike trail and my first out of state bike trail, which so and and just got to have a lot of fun and were able to accomplish the Blackwater Heritage Trail, and it was and we but we did it took I mean we had it was pretty I mean we had to go a little slow. I had to go a little slow for MJ, but we were still able to do it within one day. So it was and we were able to go from a little bit of this. Well, we started a little lower we started a little south of where the trail of Milton a little bit, so we did more than what the mileage that I calculated. So but it was a good ride. I mean, got some got to well, we took these the bikes we had. He actually bought the bikes himself, so he didn't have so he didn't have to rent any bikes, so that was a good thing. And and we also and the bikes were pretty and the bike brand was good. I mean, the bikes were really worked great, and we were able and also I got to take some pictures of some of the power lines that were crossing over the trail, which stay tuned. Which for my Facebook users, stay tuned because stay tuned for when those pictures coming soon on to my so be on the lookout for those when those come, but. And it was, and I got to, and some of the restaurant, and I got to, I got to have Shake Shack, Firehouse Subs, McGuire's Irish Pub, and Little Caesar's Pizza, which were I think, and they were great. I mean, Shake Shack definitely. I didn't have to wait to have Shake Shack, so that was good, and so yeah. I mean, now even, but I am still excited for my to have for. I am still excited to have to be able to get to be for. I'm still excited to get to have a Shake Shack opening in my near my local area. So I'm excited for that to come eventually. So I will definitely, but and so it and we also and then I got to do and I did disc golf for the first time and I did pretty good. I mean, I did pretty good, very good for my first time. I mean I. No, I mean, and MJ did a good job. He did good by on teaching me, helping me learn how to do it, and was so and some and I had now I hope now maybe and it was and also and we did mini golf too. We also did mini golf, which we went to which we did that in Orlando, and it was cool and it was fun, and I got one hole in one. I got one hole in one on the and I mean but MJ ended up winning the game, but it was still fun. I mean, and there were some of the holes there was I think, but some of the holes were pretty interesting with the way they were. Some of the holes there was one of them that had a cliff jump a jump of a little cliff ramp that you would have to jump over. Your ball would have to fly over to get over this, and but yeah, so and and I also got and I definitely and a lot of power line I got a lot of power lines on the way as we were traveling on the days we traveled from Orlando to his house and then to his house and back to Orlando. So and those so some of them have already been starting to be posted. So and others will be you'll and for other some for the rest and some others you'll no you'll be they'll be posted soon. So yeah, and so um and and I also got to meet got to meet some old friends, some old family, some old. I got to meet some new faces and got to see some old faces. So it was and it was just, and so and now there were now some things now there could now what could have made now next time there are some things I could have considered for that I will consider for next for when I do this or when I go to do it again like so next time I'm gonna consider flying into the Atlanta airport and into Atlanta airport and rather instead of the Orlando airport and so and maybe and then and do a direct flight from Rochester to Atlanta and 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 so that so that MJ doesn't have to drive doesn't have to drive so he doesn't have to drive so he doesn't have to drive so it'll be just 4 hours estimate instead of 8 so that he did so and so that will definitely be something I consider for my that I'm gonna put into that I'm gonna try to consider when I go to do it again. But and 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 well and it's just but yeah and so we so yeah and it was just but I just had a great time. I mean seeing them eat and we and then some of the rest closer to the as the week was getting close ending like them and then we did some walks on the Thursday to the Saturday morning so and yeah but I'm definitely but I hope to do this again sometime and come and be able to and just yeah so next up I want to talk about live streaming so a while back I mentioned that I was thinking about not live streaming on Super Bowl Sunday of every year. I put up I put up a community post where I asked if my viewers if I should live stream on Super Bowl Sunday of every year and the majority of the votes were for yes so I will now. So yes, I will be going back. I am going to go live on Super Bowl Sunday of every year. It does now, but this time when I go to do it again, if there is just only one or two viewers, then I will make sure that I still make it that I still engage with them and that if I have to, I'll just cut the stream short. But hopefully if that doesn't, but hopefully that doesn't happen, and I get a few more viewers. But it's no matter how many viewers watch, or no matter how many viewers I'm going to do my Super Bowl Sunday live streams, whether it's a Lego tip or it's just something else. So next up, I want to give a Lego sorting update. I have been sorting. I have been sorting my Lego for recently and now, and the way I'm doing it is that I'm going to be sorting my Lego. I'm going back to sorting by color again, but there are with some adjustments. Well, so with this, I am sorting the bricks, plates, and tiles by color, but then everything else is probably gonna. I will eventually sort them later, but for now they're just gonna all any miscellaneous parts are gonna be miscellaneous until I get all the until I have so I'm putting all the miscellaneous parts and I'm sorting those into bins. So and now I still got a lot of bins to empty. So hopefully, I'm hoping as long as I keep this Lego sorting that as I keep doing this Lego sorting, I'm gonna eventually the bin that will eventually that will get decrease. I will be able to decrease the number of bins, and hopefully then those bins can start being be filled with miscellaneous parts. And when so, yeah. So next up, I want to talk about gaming. So I now for me when I was so for me I have been playing. I have always been I played some games on with the disc. Did disc bought it through games on disc, but when I was actually with MJ on this trip, I was thinking about digital. I was wondering if I was thinking of, I had a thought about digital doing being a digital gamer and having my games just on from not on disc on a disc, and I can actually and just being able to go on to my Xbox and just play it from there and not have to insert a disc to play the game. I mean, but now I was thinking about trying to switch to being digital to try to maybe consider switching to being a digital gamer so that I don't have to put a disc in my Xbox. But but I guess sometimes you can get it cheaper on disc than you can get it on from the game store. So I mean now now there probably is some cons to that, but I don't but it's just something I have to that I'm gonna try to look into and see if digital gaming is gonna will work for me. Next up, I want to talk about the solar eclipse. So April 8th, 2024. There, well, the solar there was a solar eclipse the solar eclipse happened, and this was my first solar eclipse that I experienced, and it passed through my area, and me and my dad were the ones. Me and him went to my school soccer field and they were hosting like this eclipse watch party event, and we went up there. It was like I think it was probably 2:30 p.m. and so we went up there and we got our lawn chairs and then we waited for the thing to happen, and then as the time went by, the darkness it slowly got dark, and when it was dark, now for us, unfortunately, the eclipse, we didn't. Our eclipse was the eclipse. Pretty much. It wasn't great because it was because it was thick a cloudy day, and the clouds were so thick you couldn't even see it through the cloud, and that was and that's kind of it's kind of disappointing because because the day before the day of the eclipse, it was so clear. It should have happened then, but it should have happened that Sunday before, but and I but it don't so it's not. I mean, it was still cool to see it get dark, but but I didn't even and this and we didn't even and I didn't even need to put my the glasses on because it was so cloudy. You didn't even the glasses really were pointless. Didn't serve a point because you didn't even I didn't even need to wear them because there was no this because so but but it, yeah but at least so glad I didn't have to put the glasses on even though then why would you then they were kind of point it was kind of point they were pointless to it was pointless not to if it was kind of pointless to for someone to have to that you didn't wear them because they but but it was still cool and but it was still okay. It was okay. It was an okay eclipse, but wasn't what I expected, and I thought it. But next, I want to talk about the Rochester Laker User Group meeting. So as so on a previous episode, I said that I was going to explain their meaning detail, their mean what the Laker User Group meaning details and I did now as I now I did not go to now of course I because I was in because I was in Florida for when because I was now I couldn't go to now I did not go to their April meeting because I was when I because I was flying because that was when I was flying to Florida so or Orlando so but luckily I recently I got they posted their main meeting details and so that's so I want so I'm gonna go ahead and share those with you so for their main meeting their well the challenge is build is Lego minifigure habitats and and now they got this idea from I think from some person who made a video about it and showed and now it's going to be kind of be interesting to make it's kind of like I mean it's kind of like it's kind of like diorama it's kind of like diorama frame it's like a minifigure frame that looks where it shows off the minifigure and then you have like a background behind it so so that's going to be kind of interesting, and this is happening, and their main meeting is May 6th, 2024. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So next up, my dad's friend Peter and his wife came over. So my dad's friend Peter and Lisa came to our house. They came to our house and they stayed over for one night, but. And me and Peter actually, we wrote another. We just wrote we got our new. We did a song together, and which which is going to be posted on my music channel soon. So stay tuned for that coming. So stay tuned, so make sure you stay tuned. So make sure you stay tuned for that because it's going to be a cool song, and it's going to be great. So yeah, but we had. We just enjoyed and we had some good conversations about things and it was great having them over and hopefully we're hopefully gonna go into Chicago and visit and go down there and travel there to visit them in Chicago again so that so I'm excited when that happens. So thank you for watching this episode of the See Me Podcast, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then, see you next time.